Hey guys, coming live to get you a fresh daily channeled message from Source and Spirit every day this week for you guys. The rest of the week is going to be live 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time if you guys want to catch it live. But if not, let's get straight to it and see what Spirit has in store for everyone today. What do they need to hear to tap into their highest self, their highest vibration, to get their manifestations, to quickly build momentum towards their goals and help them get high vibe, Spirit? You need to let go. You need to let go. You need to let go of the past. For some of you, that means the past doesn't define you. For some of you, that means letting go of past relationships that may or may not go with you into the future. Some of you are hitting a little fear about moving forward. And for some of you, it's like, oh, but if I take that traveling job, then he and I won't be together anymore. You're having this fear of the relationships aren't 100% going to go with me. And all that is because you guys are experienced. You're experienced with this personal growth. You know how it can go. And quite frankly, what you're afraid of is you're afraid of starting over. You're tired of the growth coming at the expense of losing your whole social circle. Despite the fact that you know that it was time to let those people go, they were toxic, they were mean. Now that your life has gotten to a relative good, Kelly calls it going from yuck to good, good to thrive. Now that it's good, you're like, wait, some of this is good. I don't know if I want to give it up. And I don't want to go through this growth that I know that's holding me back from achieving the thing I want. There must be another way, Spirit. There must be another way. But you have to go through this growth no matter what. We've been having Kelly. Kelly's been putting out a desire to, hey, I'm willing to work with more clients now. I'm willing to take on more in my mastermind. I'm willing to have multiple mastermind calls a week. From that, she's been being guided to make a schedule. Her inner child was kicking and screaming, I don't want to do that. This is supposed to be about freedom for me and having my own time. But what's Kelly's finding that as she's actually willing to schedule some of her stuff, she's getting more done. So some of you are just having that moment where an inner child's kicking up. No, I don't want to do that. Kelly's inner child thought, because once I do that, then I won't be having fun anymore. Kelly's finding quite the opposite to be true. When something comes up in her mind, oh, I need to get that done, she's like, oh, I put a block in my calendar to do that on Friday. I'll take care of that Friday. It's alleviating mental stress off her mind. So sometimes there's avoiding the fear, avoiding the personal growth because you don't necessarily want to shake things up and change things. You don't want to lose friendships. You don't want to lose your freedom. But if you would just discover what the fear is and then call in the what's my guidance, Kelly's was make a schedule with her time, you might find that you still get to keep what it is you're afraid you're going to lose. Relationships might morph. It might be there in a new way. They might not be your everyday go on a run buddy, help train for a marathon buddy, but they might become the person that once a week you guys just always enjoy that Sunday afternoon tea with a beautiful view and then a little walk afterwards. Can you be willing to allow relationships to morph and evolve? Yes or no? Can you be willing to allow the way that you sell and deliver services and packages to morph and evolve? Yes or no? Because here's another thing. Kelly's find that there's two distinct people that she helps. There's the newer person, the younger version of her, and there's the person who's already very advanced in their personal growth that they don't need a 3-month, 6-month, 9-month container. They just need about 20 to 30 minutes of focus time from us and her, and their business gets back on track. That's an evolution, right? Kelly can help anyone. We can channel for anyone. We can help anyone. But she's now discovered along her path of doing this for 4 or 5 years that there are two distinct sets of people that she thoroughly enjoys helping for completely different reasons. This one takes more time, but she loves being in the nitty-gritty of their life. This one takes far less time and people get back to serving their sole purpose. Can you become okay? The way that you offer your services might change. The type of people you might change. Just admit it. There's a little fear of, I'm afraid I'm going to change and I won't sell new packages. Because if you admit that fear, now you can be, right? If you're manifesting, you have to enter your end goal. What is it that you want? You have to enter your starting point, otherwise, Google Maps can't get you directions. Once you admit your fear, now you can be along your path. Then it could look like, okay, I can keep serving people the way I've been serving, and I could just test out this new offer to see if people buy it. There can be safety in your new manifestation. So, what many of you need to hear in this collective message is that what you're strongly going for is safety. And the only way you could have safety is if you're connected between you and you, the relationship between you, the physical human you, and your inner being. Your inner being's your best friend. Your inner being is always positively focused on what it is you want. If you could quiet your mind and tap into it, you can be merrily guided to it. Nothing is stable. Nothing is stable. A pandemic shut everything down. Lots of people lost jobs. You can't have your sense of safety coming from outside of you. If you're connected to your inner being, there were many stories that Kelly came across of one gentleman in town who has a lot of businesses. The pandemic hit. He waited about a month and he went, you know what? My business is actually staying fine and lucrative. I'm going to give my employees a pay increase. They were tuned in, tapped into the type of boss they wanted to work for, not out of fear, not out of I better take this job or I won't survive. I want a kind boss, a caring boss, a generous boss, a boss that when he has a surplus, he shares with us. Can you be willing to admit your fear, get tuned in, tapped into what it is you really want, and then allow yourself to get merrily guided there because your inner being knows the person to work for that will raise your pay during the pandemic. Your inner being knows the client that will be soothful, easeful, uplifting to work with. Your inner being knows. Are you going to compensate for the lack of the energy work to take 15 minutes a day, set an alarm, listen to a sound? Other option, go through and relax all the muscles in your body. Just deliberately practicing, bringing your focus to you, relaxing the muscles so you can begin to feel the impulses of your soul, your higher self, your chi, your inner being. You're going to be willing to develop that relationship between you and you because you are a source being. You are a vibrational being that deliberately focused to come down and experience the physical. You are a source being first. Are you going to take the time to develop that relationship? Or are you going to try to compensate by taking action, by calling 100 people a day to see if they want to buy your product? Are you going to tap into source? Source, guide me to the people who need this, who are actively searching this out so that we're on a sales call. They're like, I'm so glad you called. I was just saying I needed that and I didn't want to take the time to look someone up. Oh, well, good. You're either going to take a little bit of time to develop the relationship between you and you, or you're going to always be forever compensating on action. Let go of the past, be willing to morph and evolve, and you guys have got this. For those of you joining on YouTube, I'm going to continue a discussion in my Facebook group, Living in Alignment. But for those of you who want more, I want to let you guys know that I'm doing a live event near Washington, D.C., July 12th and 13th. It's going to be super small, super intimate for those who are just ready to like shake off the COVID bugs, get out of that stagnant, shut down energy. And you just want to get ramped back up to speed for your manifestations, get tapped back into the fun of life so that you're looking forward to something again. Like, come on, I know y'all have been cooped up in COVID. Come hang out with Spirit for me. Get your travel bug out. Get back out in society and come hang out with Spirit me for 2 weeks. We're going to help you manifest. I put the link in the comment for you guys. Abraham Hicks sent you here. Woo-hoo! I channel Abraham and another group called George, Vinny. But I'd love to see you guys at the event if you want live. If not, again, I'm coming live every day this week, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And yes, I'll get the monthly zodiac set. Come hang out in my Facebook group if you want to be part of the discussion. Bye, guys. Hey, so who's live?